Hello and welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 9. Before we start, let us do a quick recap of GRE Mnemonic video number 8. If you haven't already seen this video, here is the link for it in the description box. The words were domineer, inimical, doublet, ingraft and autarky. Alright, so let's learn and understand today's set of GRE words using a short story. The lion roared at daybreak when he saw a greenish light. The roar woke up a baker. The dough was full and risen. The dough was sad as it bid farewell to his baked pals, who were packed as breakfast. An Australian steered the army truck containing the breakfast to the US. The driver was simple and strict. In her younger days, she was naive and had cycled on an engine to the US. Back then, her dollar pay was less, so her dollar was in grief and was lamenting. Alright, so let's take the word individually. Aurora. Clue is roar at daybreak. Aurora means the first light of day. It also means an atmospheric phenomenon consisting of bands of light caused by charged particles interacting with Earth's atmosphere. It comes from the Latin word aurora, which means dawn or goddess of the dawn. It also means a natural electrical phenomena characterized by appearance of reddish or greenish light in the sky at the poles. In the northern hemisphere, it is known as northern lights or aurora borealis. In the southern hemisphere, in the south pole, it is known as aurora australis or southern lights. Visualize aurora, the first light of the day. It is also an atmospheric phenomenon. The Hubble Space Telescope has spotted auroras near the poles of both Saturn and Jupiter. Here, the HST has spotted this atmospheric phenomenon near the poles of the giant planets, Saturn and Jupiter. Doleful. Clue, doe having a sorrowful look on his face. Doleful means sorrowful or filled with or expressing grief. It also represents mournful. Picture a sad doe full of grief. Bureaucracy plays its usual doleful part in the process of administration. So here, bureaucracy plays its usual sorrowful part of slow administration at some places. Some of the animals suffered so with thirst that they could not graze and uttered doleful whinnies of distress. Some of the animals were so thirsty that they uttered mournful cries of distress. Austere. Picture a saw steering an army truck. Austere means strict or severe in discipline, severely simple or unornamented. It comes from the Latin word austerus and the Greek word austeros, which means harsh, rough, and severely simple conditions. Austere is especially used to describe a state of extreme self-discipline or minimalistic living, such as the austere conditions in a monastery. A dimpled saw at the steering wheel of an army truck. Austere, which means strict or severe in discipline. He was gifted with a great sense of humor, and it was unsuspected by those who did not know him really well because of his austere appearance. So because of his strict appearance, people did not recognize his great sense of humor. The squadron faced austere conditions in the desert, living under canvas. Here, the military unit had to face extreme minimalistic conditions of living in the desert. Ingenious. Flew on an engine to US. Ingenuous means naive and trusting, young and unsophisticated. Ingenuous comes from the Latin word native, reborn, honorable, or frank, equivalent to in plus gen plus use. Fitting a reborn person or liberal. The word gen has base of gigner, which means to bring into being. Ingenious. Visualize naive young riding on an engine to US. Policy planning, decision making, and implementation of strategy should be transparent and ingenuous. So here, the three pillars of strategy should be transparent and unsophisticated. They were charming youths, ingenious and intelligent at the same time. So here, the youths were naive, simple, and yet intelligent at the same time. Dolor, flu, dollar in Greek. Dolor means lamentation. Comes from the Middle English, which denotes both physical and mental pain or distress, via Old French from Latin word dolor, which means pain, grief. Dolor, picture a sad dollar, which is lamenting. Following that exchange, his dolor and lamentations were both replaced with one sensation, rage. So, following a fierce verbal exchange, the person's grief and lamentations were both replaced with another negative sensation, rage. Time for quiz. Do you remember the word which means a strict or severe in discipline? Severely simple and unornamented? Alright. Do you remember the meaning for the word doleful? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? I hope you got all three of them. Let us know about your experience here. We will meet next with our next set of GRE words. Thank you.